It is a pleasure to be here, partnering the Hoya Sustainability Network. This is a responsibility for all of us just to defend what we think is valuable in the world. We at the Georgetown Club of Spain, we are the Georgetown University Association in Spain. We are around 150 members, full members right now. We've been awarded 3 out of the 4 years as the international best club at the Georgetown University, so we are very proud of it. We are very happy because we have the King of Spain as our president of honor, and it's always a privilege to count on him on our events, on some of them. So basically, the goal of our club, we are not a lucrative organization. We do not defend any political or any religious mantra. So we are quite free. And so our only goal is to enrich the day-to-day of our members and friends, organizing events of every kind. And sustainability is one of the topic that we try to boost more. Basically, I would probably highlight a couple of leadership series we have. We have one consisting of breakfast, where we invite top people in sectors where, as a country, Spain is competitive. So we brought Vicente del Bosque, like the national coach, winner of the World Cup, the president of PwC, the CEO of Endesa, Chicote, a famous chef, plenty of people, but in sectors where, as a country, we are competitive. We also have a social series where we visit one city in the country. So we went to Mallorca with Rafa Nadal. We went to Jerez, where, to try the wine and, so visiting, because Spain is very rich in terms of cities. And, we organize these weekends for our members, and we enjoy also socially speaking. This year, for example, we will celebrate the 25th anniversary of the club in November, and we will put together a weekend where we will have a dinner with the king on a Friday. Then on Saturday, we will celebrate conferences with the mayor of Madrid, and then a chef, and then a dinner with a show. And on the Sunday, we will, organize private visits. So it will take place in November 13th to November 15th. We will announce it, and probably the new president of the Georgetown University will be visiting us. So having said this, that's for the club. Today is a privilege to be here, and today we will have 4 top presenters: Shruti Bhaskaran Makanju, Flavio Cabrera, Raquel Diaz, and Audrey Marmon-Halm, coming from very different backgrounds, Sub-Saharan Africa, Mexico, Barcelona, Ghana, and they will be presenting different topics such as community engagement, community-based solutions, consumer behavior for waste prevention, innovation in resource-constrained environments, or operational efficiency in the food value chain. And each presenter will be providing a presentation of 15 minutes. And then all of you will have the opportunity just to make questions through the chat, so that at the end of the session, after the 4 presentations, we will be discussing these questions. Last presentation, we have our last speaker, Audrey, with us. Audrey Marmon-Halm is a food quality and safety professional with over 15 years of experience in the cocoa, chocolate, and food packaging industries. She currently serves as quality manager of Fair Afrique Ghana, a social enterprise producing chocolate entirely in Ghana to retain more value locally and promote more equitable supply chains. In her role, Audrey leads food safety and quality management systems, ensuring compliance with international standards while working to reduce food loss and improve operational efficiency. She brings strong expertise in quality assurance, food safety systems, and process optimization across both manufacturing and packaging environments. Audrey holds a Master of Science in Food Quality Management, Food Science, from Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, complementing her extensive professional experience and commitment to advancing food quality and safety. Audrey, is your presentation for you.
All right. Thank you, Ruben, for the introduction. And thank you, everybody. So I will be building on whatever the perspective that has been shared in terms of the manufacturing perspective. So at Fair Afrique, we are an organic chocolate producer and in Ghana, and in a solar-powered factory operating a full bean-to-bar system. So we are purchasing the cocoa from origin and then transforming it into a finished product that is a ready-to-eat product rather than exporting to the European countries or any other country in terms of exports. We are the largest exporter of Ghanaian chocolates, and we are selling into 5 global markets, which is Africa, US, UK, Europe, and Asia. What we have done to reduce food waste as an organization and food loss is to use our certification, our business case where we are producing at origin, and then also our operational activities. So for certifications, we are FSSC 22000 certified, which is a food safety management system, and this employs us to put in rigorous systems in our operations, so from the raw material to the various stages in the production and to the finished product, to ensure food loss and food waste are minimized across the chain. Again, we are Fair Trade certified, so we are paying premium to support these farmers to provide quality cocoa beans for our production. And again, to improve their production activities, so at the farm levels, and give us quality raw material, as the cocoa beans, for our chocolates. And then we are organic certified. So we have the EU and then the US organic certification, and it's to also help us in terms of our cocoa we purchase. Okay, they are from organic farms, free from synthetic fertilizers or pesticides, and it's also to support agroforestry systems and protect the soil health as well. Now, in terms of the waste generated across the farm level to the processor, globally, statistics are saying that 700,000 tons annually goes into waste from the farm to the processor. And at the farm level, we are looking at 70% of the pod, the cocoa pod, being discarded instead of being used for composting, biogas, and then potash. At the same time, this discarding of the pulp and the husk, they end up burning them, and then at the farm level, we are looking at deforestation also, and all these contributing to the higher levels of our green gas emissions. Now, at the farm level again, we have the cocoa pulp, which is a liquid that can be extracted for juice, but again, is also largely discarded. So we are having about 7 to 10% going to loss. And then at the buying company section or stage, we have 12 to 14% of bean loss, and this as a result of the quality checks that are done at the buying stage. So the beans growing mold, they are breaking, the storage conditions, and so we have this level of losses at that stage. Now, at the processor stage also, we have where the processor is receiving poor raw material. So the quality of the raw material is not appropriate or is having high moisture, drying is not effective. So the beans are going moldy, the fermentation was poorly done, and all these are causing a reject or making the raw material to even start processing and a challenge. So we are making losses at that stage. And to talk of even processing, so you are expecting the beans to have your processed products should have a certain color, a certain taste. Yet, because of the quality of the beans, we are having that losses at that stage, and to terms of packaging and then storage issues. So these are the channel of waste that are generated from the farm to the processor. Now, in our case, we are using our certification, we are using our business that is producing from origin to reduce the chain from the farm level to the processing stage. And so our operational activities that we have employed currently to reduce waste is to use our stock rotation approach, which is a first in and first out, or first expiry and first out, and then also providing ideal conditions for the raw material as well as the finished product. We are also looking at our forecasting so that we can avoid or prevent overproduction. So that way we don't have too much to lose in that area when we forecast properly. And then we are also, at the time of production, we are putting in systems to minimize defects. So our equipment running effectively, well calibrated, weighing rightly, and all that throughout the production chain. So at any point in time, we are identifying areas where we are generating loss and then measures to put in. So in a nutshell, we are doing all we have along the production process to minimize the defect whilst we are producing. Now, should we have any defect along the production line, we are making sure we are reworking it, bringing it back to the line to make it perfect, to have the quality products that we have. At the time we are receiving this raw materials also, we are making sure that at the time of reception, we are checking the quality. So what kind of raw materials are we receiving? Is this ideal for us to be able to use for our production to have the best chocolates that our customers need? That during this material reception period also, we use that to ensure the right raw material is received from the production, and then also prevent losses, because when we start production and we cannot use the raw material, then we have a loss in this state. Now, how our certifications have helped us throughout these years is that for the FSSC, it's a system certification. So at the end of the day, it's helping you to reduce your defects, eliminate the defects, or prevent the defects from occurring, and then also improve your traceability. So at the end of the day, you are able to know the volumes you have produced or raw material you have put in your production, the volumes produced or the outcome, and then tally to see what kind of waste have you generated, how can you reduce this waste along your production chain. For organic and fair trade, we are looking at the quality of our raw material. So these two certifications also have helped us improve on the kind of raw materials we can get or we are getting, and then improving farmer practices. So we have the best of farming activities on the farm, improving the livelihood of the farmers by paying this organic and fair trade premium, and then better handling of these materials, because you want to ensure traceability. So from the farm also to the processing step. And by this, we have less losses and then fewer rejects with these certifications and supporting us in our operations. Now, our broader picture or the impacts that we have with this is that once and with our idea or vision to produce from the country of origin, is that we are maintaining value in Ghana, and also with the premium that we pay, okay, we are providing over 5,000 organic farmers income, direct income. Again, we are also using the local team members or the local community. We are employing from the local community. So at the end of the day, we are investing into skills and retaining income or employing the local Ghanaian to have some fair wages, and then safe working conditions, as well as training into the local Ghanaian livelihood. Now, in terms of the environmental impact, our packaging material is biodegradable. So that, and then we operating with as a solar powered factory, we are also helping with climate neutral activities. The road ahead, as in the broader picture, or our future goals, is that our aim is to use the business and the production to go climate positive, where we are engaging farmers and employing a de-agroforestry, a DAF program, where the idea is to give these farmers crops, shady trees for them to grow on their farm, to reduce or contribute to the climate, a positive climate impact. So absorption of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and also to reduce deforestation on these farms. So our aim is to have purchase now our cocoa beans from DAF farms. And as we do this, we also look at expanding our commodity into other sectors. And that is tea, coffee, textiles, and skincare, so that we can create about 10,000 climate-friendly jobs in Africa. Our renewable energy, which is our solar panel, we are looking at reducing the emissions and creating about 10% renewable energy targets by 2030. So in a nutshell, Fair Afrique, we have used our certifications and then our operations and our business, which is producing from the country of origin, to help reduce waste and loss along the food chain. Thank you.
Audrey, a question for you, I think mostly about infrastructure. So how long did it take to implement the infrastructures and processes to meet all these requirements for certifications? First question, right? And second part of question, if, for example, company should do this, right? What challenges they can meet financially, or any financial benefits?
Okay, so in terms of certification, a minimum of 6 months is enough to be able to get certified. Once you have the funds to put in the right infrastructure, and then also start processing and gather data, is enough to be able to have the certification for the processor. Yeah.
Second part of question about financial challenges or maybe financial benefits that companies can face when they implement the certification.
Okay, so the certifications are globally recognized, and everyone wants to purchase food that is safe, also looking at ethical perspective, also a certain niche market. So everybody is concerned about their health, so they are going for organic products. So in terms of the markets, yes, the certification helps you enter a lot of markets and a lot of revenue based on the consumers. Now, in terms of the cost of the certifications, yes, the cost of certifications are high. So when you have your market demand, it's a good advantage for you to still be in business.